Well, actually, when I took over in '97 as manager, I think in '98 I had to his contract was up, but he and Jimmy D had negotiated a clause that he was going to remain in the organization when his career was over. So, and then I remember the last 2-3 contracts he did, we did them one-on-one. He kind of took his agent out of the mix because he wanted to have that experience of negotiating. So the answer would be yes. I mean, he was in the process of preparing himself for after hockey, and then obviously when he retired in '06, he came to work in our front office for 4 years and sat in all the meetings, the pro meetings, the amateur meetings. We drove to Grand Rapids a few times. I think the '08, when he became the general manager of Canada's entry into the World Championship team, he had to put that team together, work with the agents, to get players to play. We're all, again, the experiences that when he took over Tampa Bay in 2010, he obviously built, the best organization in hockey over the 3 or 4 years, and it just took him some time, and I think he's obviously going through the same process here in Detroit.
But he wanted to put the work in to learn. I mean, he didn't expect it.
No, he didn't. He asked lots of questions. He was at the rink every day. He talked to all the people. He talked to Jimmy Nill. He talked to Joe McDonnell, the chief scout, when he was in town. Obviously, he leaned on Jimmy DeVolano. We spent a lot of time, and obviously, at the end of the day, I think he took all his playing experiences. He's always a thirst for knowledge, and then he obviously, put together in his own mind, what he wanted to do to kind of put an organization together. So I'm not surprised at the success that he's had, not only in Tampa and now the building in Detroit, just because of being around him, his passion, his work ethic, his commitment. His inquiring mind. He's always trying to find, more information.
Are you surprised so many of the '97, '98, and I'll include 2002 also? So many of those people, so many of those Hall of Famers are still in the game in high-profile positions.
Actually, we were just talking about that today with Martin Lapointe. There's many of those. You know what? That team. I'm sure it's the same with championship teams all over. Obviously had a lot of passion, and the success that we had as a group, as a team, allows you to kind of stay in the game. And I guess when I was manager here, I tried to keep, they did it on the ice. I tried to keep, I hired Steve Yzerman and Pat Verbeek and, Chris Osgood and Kirk Maltby and Chris Draper and Yuri Fisher. We had so much success, I felt I couldn't find jobs for everybody, but I wanted to find jobs for lots of those ex-players because I knew them as people, I knew their passion, and try to give them an opportunity that Neil Smith and Jim DeVolano gave to me 15 years earlier. So, and then once they got in the game, they've kind of taken it and run with it because of their passion, because of their work ethic, their understanding of what the National Hockey League is all about.
What's it like trying to make deals when you call Dallas, when you call Anaheim, when you call here? Is it any easier? Is it any tougher? What's the dynamic like?
Well, I think it's easier because of, I think life's about relationships. And, I think it's good when we go to the general managers meetings. We spend 3 days together. We have dinners. When there's new people in the general manager's position, to get to know them. And a deal's got to work for both sides. It's got to work. So anytime you got a really good relationship, I think it makes it easier to find a solution on a trade.